Hi, I'm Esther.
And I'm her son, Ben.
And welcome to Nutrition School for Families Week 6. So today we're going to talk about how to set up a dairy and a gluten-free kitchen, because some of you may be toying with the idea and you've never tried it before, or it feels very daunting. Rest assured, it took me time to master all this and to feel really comfortable doing all of this, but I was fortunate in that I had Ben doing it with me. We do it together, and it made it really fun. And we have had a lot of adventures with cooking, and Ben comes with me grocery shopping.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're going to teach you how to do this yourself, and it's really simple. It requires an initial upfront, investment of just buying some new things, and then once you have them, smooth sailing from here on out. So let's start with this. This is
organic, vegan, and virgin coconut oil.
That's right. This is coconut oil. Now, coconut oil is a very stable cooking oil. It gives a beautiful flavor to sauteed vegetables. We put it in brownies, we put it in cookies or pancakes. Sometimes I'll use it instead of butter on a sweet potato or a white potato. And it's absolutely delicious. It has almost a sweetish flavor. And during the summer months, it goes liquid at room temperature when it's warm, and during the winter months, it goes solid. Next up, we have amaranth flour. Now, amaranth flour is a very high protein flour that you can, again, use when you buy a commercial gluten-free baking mix or pancake mix. A lot of the times they throw in a blend of flours, like rice flour. So we blend together rice flour. We blend together, we have quinoa flour. We have buckwheat flour. We have sorghum flour. All of these are gluten-free, and they're going to be on your shopping list. And they make a wonderful blend, and they add a lot of flavor to the foods.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, and do you feel like when you eat gluten-free pancakes that I make, do you feel like you can tell the difference, or that they taste different?
I mean, not really, no. Not a ton. I mean, they're different because you make them different, and no offense, but you're not like restaurant gonna flip some pancakes. But
yeah, I don't flip my pancakes like a chef, but
yeah, it's good considering like we're doing it with all this.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that your taste buds will really adjust, so that the previous, just the regular wheat or white flour will start to taste too sweet after a while. So give your taste buds a month to adjust to all of this. Okay. Now we have potato starch. This is an excellent binder. What do we put it in, Ben?
We put it in pancakes. We put it sometimes in meatballs.
Yes, because it's a binder and it holds moisture. And use potato starch instead of cornstarch in your recipes, because cornstarch has what?
It has like lots of chemicals and GMOs in it, and you really don't want it when you could have a substitute for it.
Yeah, and cornstarch also cross-reacts with gluten, so it's really not an ideal food for you to have in your recipes or your repertoire. Okay, we have Ben's favorite here, cacao powder. What do we do with cacao powder, Ben?
Well, you can like throw it in a smoothie. You can make a bunch of different desserts with it. And for all you parents listening, if you can't get your kids to like eat smoothies or something, be like, I'm putting a bit of cocoa powder in it, and they won't really be able to tell the difference, because just like cacao nibs, it tastes exactly the same. It's just a powdered version.
Yeah.
There's really nothing to it.
And it has a lot of antioxidants in it too. It doesn't have sugar, so you can say to your kids, I'm going to give you a chocolate milkshake, and just put some in. It's so delicious and healthy.
It also works for like a chocolate milk if you don't want like all of the cornstarch in it.
That's right, and like high fructose corn syrup and all that sugar. That's right. Now we have flaxseed meal.
Woo!
Flaxseed meal is really high in fiber. It's a great way to get fiber into your kids. 2 tablespoons has 8 grams of fiber. And what do you like to put it on, Ben, in the mornings?
I like to put it on just like oatmeal. You could do that, or you could put it again in like breakfast smoothie shakes. You could do anything, with it, but I do recommend just adding a little water so the seeds expand and taste better.
I am so glad you brought that up because this is a fantastic egg substitute. Now, Ben and I have both had times where we really cut out eggs because our food sensitivities kicked in. And so 1 tablespoon of flax meal plus 2 tablespoons of water is equivalent to 1 egg in cooking as an egg replacement. So it's awesome. I mean, once you know all this stuff, it's such a game changer. And it can really change how you look at food and how powerful you feel in the kitchen, because you can take control and still enjoy all of these amazing foods without any of the gut reactions, the immune reactions, the mood swings, the mental focus issues. So it's unbelievable.
It's a whole thing, but it's like totally worth it in the end.
Well said. This is avocado oil. Again, it has a really high smoke point. Love to use it in baking, sauteing. Has no flavor, so it won't overpower anything. Coconut oil, you definitely taste coconut oil. I think it's delicious, but if you want less flavor and still have all the fat benefits, then you can use avocado oil. Now, you can use olive oil too. That's great for low to medium heat, but avocado oil and coconut oil, great for high heat cooking as well. Okay, we have almond flour. Again, a lot of gluten-free baking calls for almond flour. If you have food sensitivities, look for recipes that are nut-free. If you can't tolerate nuts or you're allergic to nuts.
There's always nut-free stuff on the web. Like,
so true.
At all.
So true. And there's a company called Enjoy Life, which makes really great nut-free chocolate chips and cookies and baked goods. Here we have coconut chips. And you can do coconut flour, which is ridiculously high in fiber, which is wonderful. And what do we use coconut for?
Like, I'm going to add a little recipe here that goes with coconut chips, but what you can do is you can take a banana, peel it, and roll it in some of the cocoa powder we talked about earlier. Such a go-to thing. You can put some peanut butter on it, and then you can sprinkle these on top. It's very good, and it tastes awesome.
And you can roll a little cocoa powder around it on the outside too. Delicious. Okay, and again, here is millet flour. This is another gluten-free flour that you can use in your blend. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, I'm not baking from scratch. I don't have time. I work full time. I've got a big family. We're always running to activities. Not a problem. This is one of the chocolate muffin and cake mixes that I use on the fly when I don't have time. I've got to whip something up. I use Pamela's baking mixes also. Read the labels. Some of them are made with rice flour. This one's made with almond flour. But what I love about this is that it has the non-GMO verified label, and that's really important if you're trying to heal the gut wall and get neurotransmitters going in the brain and feel happy. You want non-GMO foods in your diet 100% of the time.
For other mixes and flours, always look for like a non-GMO symbol, just for produce in general also.
Yes. Okay, last but not least, these are our dairy-free milks.
Woo.
Why don't you talk about these, Ben?
So we have a huge variety of milks because we are almost all dairy-free. My dad's not, but we are. So we have some hemp milk over here. It's good, and this kid in the photo right here, he or she, I can't tell, seems to be liking it, so I would try it.
Yeah. We have cashew milk, we have almond milk, and we have coconut milk. So in the way that I would encourage you to rotate your diet, I would also say why not rotate your milks? It's fun. They have different flavors. They have different thicknesses, and they're creamy.
And they're good for all sorts of things.
That's right. And some are higher in calories, some are lower in calories, but always get the unsweetened. That's the key part. Otherwise, you're just adding sugar back into your diet.
For the almond milk, though, we do have a teeny bit of vanilla flavoring. That's fine.
Yeah, yes.
It's all natural.
Yes, like a vanilla extract.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for joining us today. We hope you started to get a handle and begin to wrap your head around the fact that this is all really doable. And once you go gluten-free, it's easy to not go back. There's a lot you can do.
You can do almost anything.
That's right. And if we can do it, so can you.